Good afternoon, everybody. In today's video, we're going to tell you how we're planning our 2022 season, which hopefully you're all excited for where we're going in 2022. So we want to kind of share with you our strategies, and basically we just want to tell you what works for us and why we're choosing to continue to do things the way that we're doing. We've been noticing there's an awful lot of videos comparing full-time RVing to weekend warriors, and we're not trying to make a video like that, but at the same time we want to tell you why part-time traveling or being a weekend warrior is working for us and why we're gonna continue to go that route. And we've definitely discussed traveling full-time.
Very seriously.
Yes, Rachel's done quite a bit of research, and so we definitely know that it's possible for us to go that route. We just kind of have felt like right now is not the best time for us to do that, but it's definitely it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. For the time being, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing.
As far as for us, for the weekend warriors or the weekending, we still get to experience all the benefits of RVing. We're just limited to just certain geographical areas, so we don't get to go cross country per se, but I'd say we can experience most of the East Coast at least.
Especially if we're doing more than a weekend, which, last year we did 2 week-long trips. This year our original intentions were to solely focus on weekends because we used all of our time off when the baby was born, but we've kind of altered our strategy, which we'll talk about. But yeah, I feel like we get to do just as much as, some of the full-timers that we watch on TV. And, you guys are only seeing probably 60% of our travel, really. I mean, because we don't film our day trips.
Sometimes we forget the camera or it's not charged. I mean, it happens.
Yeah. For instance, last weekend I could have filmed us going to the farm show. But I think as the channel progresses, we're gonna start filming some more of that kind of stuff for you guys, but right now we're focused solely on RVing just to try to get stuff in front of the right audience on YouTube, and then we have plans to branch out, and you'll see that as the year progresses. I just feel like we get to do an awful lot, and our work schedules and stuff allow for that, so that's what we're gonna talk about now.
Yeah, so my work schedule, I have a certain amount of vacation days I get a year. And so does Ryan, but with Ryan's work schedule, the way it works is he works at least 1 weekend a month. And the following week after the weekend he works, he gets a day off. So that essentially gives us, instead of a 3-day weekend, we get a 4-day weekend. So we always try to plan our weekend trips for the week after he works. We tried a Friday to Sunday trip and kind of realized we didn't like that as much. So that's
it's not good.
Yeah, that was too much work for too little reward. That extra day really does give you a lot.
Yeah, when we leave on a Thursday and come back on a Sunday, and especially Pennsylvania state parks are nice because on Sunday we don't have to check out till 3.
Right.
So really you almost have 3 full days. Wandering Weekends, they just did a video, I forget his name, Chris, maybe? I don't know, but he just did a video on, weekending versus full-timing, and it seems like from what he was talking about, they leave on Friday and come back on Sunday. And so you only have 1 full day. And he was talking about how it's a lot of effort. We totally agree with that, which is why we leave Thursday and come home Sunday. So we at least have 2 full days. And then, Sunday, if we're at Pennsylvania State Park, then that's almost a full day too, especially if we're close to home. We can leave at 3 from the state park and still be back here in time for dinner.
And then the other thing we do is, last year Ryan mentioned we got to do 2 week-long trips the way our vacation worked out. Now this year, since we used our time I used my time for maternity leave, and Ryan used some of his time for the first week after we brought William home. we won't get to do that. But they recently changed my work schedule policy as far as vacation. And I now have a little bit more that I can use later this year. So we will get to take 1 week-long trip this year.
Which we're extremely excited about. We're not going to tell you where we're going, but you know, we had already had this trip that we're going to do booked once before, and COVID ruined it. So we're extremely excited. It's one of the reasons we bought the RV in the first place, was to go and do this, and so now we're going to go do it. So it's going to be good. You just got, all of us have a long time to wait to experience it. So as far as choosing locations go, I don't want to give away anywhere that we're going this year. You know, like Bela Beach last year, Rachel chose, and
I almost always pick the beach. So whether it's Bela Beach, which is not a beach, it's a water park, or the beach and an actual ocean.
Yeah, she said, hey, we want to go to the ocean, and so I chose which ocean we're going to. But
which beach, not which ocean.
Yeah, which beach. We watch a lot of YouTube. We're definitely not just creators. We are definitely YouTube consumers, like big time. Basically, that's one of the things we go to influence us. Also, Instagram and Facebook groups. Anytime I see a picture on Instagram of a place I want to go, I write that on the list. Or anytime I see a YouTube video of a place I want to go, I write that on the list. And then, so I'll use, there's an app on my phone called The Dirt. The Dirt has a really good catalog of campgrounds, and there's a map, and you just search this area, and it literally shows you every campground in the area that you're trying to go to. So I'll put like the location I want to go to, and then put bullet points and a couple campgrounds underneath it. We like state parks. We like them for the price. Generally, the spaces are a little bit bigger, and it just seems like it fits our style of camping.
Yeah.
And so that's the first thing I'll look at, and then if there's a KOA nearby, we'll look at those.
Yeah, we do have the KOA membership. Those are nice because they have a lot of activities, especially on the weekends. They have a lot of scheduled activities, so it's nice for Sarah to get to go to some of those. And
she likes the jumping pillows. And
yes.
If it's in the summer, it's nice because they generally have a pool. With the rewards card, there's always a couple of buy one, get one free weekends every year.
Yes.
So if there's a place we're going to and there's a KOA, we'll try to schedule it if it coincides with everything else for a buy one, get one free weekend, and that makes the price pretty reasonable. We did that with Harper's Ferry.
That was a good weekend. I think we did that at Belfont once too.
I believe we did. And, you know, Harper's Ferry is a pretty good example of how we did that. I seen a picture of Great Falls of the Potomac on Instagram, I think it was. And so I was like, okay, well, where's a campground near there? And we had already been to Harper's Ferry, KOA. So like we knew we liked the area, and it was, you know, it was pretty easy to plan that trip out based on that. I've got a whole long list of places we want to go, and so we just pick what we can and go where we can go, basically.
Yeah.
Last year in 2021, I had like 12 RV episodes. We're shooting to try to beat that this year. So originally we were thinking like 12 weekend trips, but now with the week-long trip that we are taking, you know, we're going to have quite a lot of RV content.
I'm excited. Sarah keeps asking, are we going camping yet? When can we go camping? I want to go camping. I want to pack my stuff. I have to keep telling her, we're not going for a couple months. I feel kind of bad because, you know, she really wants to go. I want to go. But...
Well, it was -1 degree this morning, so
yeah.
It's a little cold to be camping. And so that's the other difference, you know, between us and full-timers is in the winter, we're not camping.
Yeah, we're stuck.
We're pretty much stuck here, but at the same time, it's not like we're stuck inside. We still go outside and do stuff, and there's a lot of winter activities. It is a little more difficult with kids and stuff, but like as they get older and stuff, we'll be out skiing and hopefully, and you know, I've been doing a lot of duck hunting and things lately,
So Ryan mentioned that he generally does a lot of the location research. And that's true. He usually picks out the locations. My one with Rest is usually just the beach. But for me, the location just isn't as important to me. It's the fact that we get to go camping at all, to spend that family time together. So
Sarah definitely enjoys it, and
yeah, I did not. I mean, I guess I'm a little surprised that she likes it as much as she does, because she can't stop talking about it. I mean, we haven't been camping in months and she still remembers it and still wants to go, so.
Yeah, I think it's important to go and do that kind of stuff. Growing up, we didn't camp in an RV, but we did go out a lot, and those are some of the best memories is going camping. So definitely trying to do more of it this year coming up. What is it, January? So I think in March, you know, there's potential to do something. It depends totally on the weather. If not March, then early April, we're going to be going out. We have some exciting ideas for sure. So in our next video though, will be the 6-month review of the truck. Originally I wanted to do that sooner, but some things have kind of held me up. We have some exciting additions to the truck actually, so that'll be included in that video as well. So good stuff. And then you know, moving forward, we're going to kind of get away from the truck stuff and pretty much take a dive headfirst into the RVing season and maybe even some other stuff. So
yeah,
see what we got. If you enjoy our stuff, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on the video and all that stuff that YouTubers say and do, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.